On behalf of everybody, hashtag Klopp in, please. Hashtag Klopp in, please.
Yes, please.
Lee, are we really going to do that? Do you want to air the dirty laundry or not?
Jerry, I need him to be manager for the Chelsea game, please.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying one thing and one thing only, man. I've been saying, I tweeted to Mont. I said to him at the start of the season, if you have Klopp as your manager, he's not going to take you to where you want to go to. And look where we are, man. Look where we are.
You know that from personal experience, though, isn't it?
Listen, man, you need to do what you want to do, man. I don't know where you people are getting these rumors from, but it is what it is. It is
Liverpool League. Just check that out, people. Just
listen,
search Twitter. Search Liverpool League.
People be fabricating. You know, I've been hearing madness that not once. Roms is an Arsenal fan. Listen, man, I hear that. People be making
about you. What?
People be making stuff up all the time, man.
So what? Am I getting this right? So the rumor is that Gunnar Lee is really
Liverpool Lee. And guys,
the maddest thing. You know what? They people be making up anything, man.
Well, probably. I think what you need to do is you need to get some pictures from when you were a kid of you and your Arsenal kits.
Listen, man, I can do that. It's quite easy, bro. Yeah. It's not that difficult.
Call your mum now.
You know what? I should do that. I'll do that live for you right now if you need.
And I'm saying now, if we see a picture of you when you're 10, if you ain't got a bald head and a beard, I ain't believing it's you.
I was moving like Chris Brown back in the day. I look like Jerry, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You look like Jerry. What happened? Jerry's
man. Women, bro.
Mate, I hear you on that. I hear you on that. All the young men going, what do you mean? You'll get there.
Listen, man, it is.
I obviously ain't had enough women. God damn.
Listen, you need to start watching Man United, bro. Get out of there, bro. You got to get out of there, bro.
No, there we go. I'm not surprised you're Klopp out, by the way, JJ. Like, I'm not surprised. But when was the point where because I haven't seen you since before Christmas, before I went Doha. So like when was the turning point for you to say that's it, Klopp's got to go?
Do you know what it is? The turning point was accumulating because from last season was really saying that there weren't changes. I know we were going for the quad, but I've been out there saying I'm not seeing the changes that I want to see. It's the same thing, kind of rinse and repeat. And I know it sounds mad when you say Klopp out, but it's not because I don't respect Klopp. It's not because I think he's, all it is, but he's not making any changes like tactically now. Like tactically, he's not making any changes to go and rectify any situation. So we're here. You can talk about FSG. You can talk about all the other different kind of elements as to why Klopp's not succeeding. But ultimately, like we're going to get into it probably later on. But your strongest team, essentially, including the new signing Gakpo, and you can't beat Wolves' B team. That's a tactical deficiency. So for me, this probably, I got to say, I think it's probably Brighton. Brighton was for me when I was like, oh, earlier on in the season. I think, since then it's just been accumulating. But I don't know. I just don't see changes. And for me, if I saw changes, I'd be completely different. But he's quite stubborn as a manager. He's going down that Wenger route. So.
I get where you're coming from because the report from James Pearce today was the players they haven't stopped listening, isn't lost the dressing room, but they just don't feel they're capable anymore for one reason or another of doing what he's asking, like physically able to do it. The fact that he must know this and yet he's continued to play the way he does, I can understand why that's infuriating people.
Martin, he's saying that. Sorry, Tay. He's saying that, and then on top of that, he's also telling us we don't need a midfielder. So that's what makes it worse. That's what makes it even worse when I'm just looking like, all right, well, we've got a situation. You haven't even brought in a stopgap. You've looked and you've brought in another forward. And I was on here last time with Half Hope. We were actually debating it. And I said, Gakpo, I don't understand the signing. Pep Lijnders has spoke about him being the missing link. The missing link to what? Like we're conceding chances in the middle of the park. We're too easy to play against. Where's the tactical change from that? Nowhere. Are there any signings coming in? No, they're not. If there's no changes for me, this can't carry on because you end up in a situation where Arsenal were at, or even Man United, where you just slump down the table and then what happens then?